Hello everyone, Jack Loves Disneyland here, and welcome to episode 11 of Storytime with Jack Loves Disneyland. The reason why I'm at the computer is because in today's story, it's gonna be something different. And this story is called Spot's Clues, It's Not Fair. This book was created by Alexander Bex. So let's get started. One hot summer day, Julia and Juliet were trying to cool off on this hot day. Juliet played in the pool drinking lemonade, and Julia was relaxing on a chair. Then Juliet had a cool idea. "Hey Julia," she said, "let's sell lemonade." "Good idea, Juliet," said Julia. "Go get dressed and go to the grocery store and buy the lemons. Then we will make the lemonade together." "Okay, Julia, I'm on it," said Julia. "I will get dressed, go to the grocery store, and get the lemons." After Juliet got dressed, she ran off to the grocery store to buy some lemons for the lemonade. On the way, she saw me, Penny Corgor, and Maria. "Hi guys," said Juliet. "I am going to have a lemonade stand. Be sure to come." "Oh, we will," said Penny Corgor. "All those playing in the pool could give me a first." When Julia arrived at the grocery store, she saw a pile of lemons. She also saw a pile of oranges. The oranges looked delicious, so Juliet bought some oranges instead of lemons. Meanwhile, back at Julia's house, Julia got dressed and she painted a sign. It said ice cold lemonade, $1 blue per glass. When Juliet got home, Julia looked into the bag. "Juliet, these are oranges," she yelled. "Where are the lemons at the "At the grocery store," said Juliet. Julian groaned. "We need lemons for lemonade." I will go get the lemon, and you finish painting the sign," said Julia. Juliet said, "Okay, Julia, I'm on it." When Julia bought the lemons, she saw me, Penny, and Maria. Juliet just told us what just happened. We all laughed. "You know how Juliet is," said Penny. "We can't expect her to get it right. Luckily she has, Julia," said Maria. "Lucky," said Julia to herself. "It is not very lucky for me." Then Julia went back to her house. When Julia arrived to her house, she went to see how Juliet was doing with the sign. But she saw Juliet covered in blue paint. "Juliet," said Julia, "look at you. You're covered in blue paint. Now I have to paint the sign, and you need to take a bath." "Okay, Julia, I'm on it. You start making the lemonade while I'm taking a bath." "It won't be long," said Juliet. After Julia squeezed the lemons, put in sugar, and added ice water, filled the big pitcher with lemonade, and made the sign nice and neat. She was finished with the things she needed to do for the lemonade stand they were making, and Juliet came back from her bath. She was sprinkling powder on herself. Most of it fell on the floor. "Hi, Julia. I'm ready to help now." "Help?" yelled Julia. "You are no help at all." Julia set up the lemonade stand. Me and Penny arrived first, and we drank the lemonade. This lemonade is terrific, Juliet," said Penny Corgor. I said, "It sure is, Julia. Always have good ideas." Julian glared at Juliet. "It is easy to have ideas," Julia grumbled. "It is not easy to make them work." Later, Joe and Blue came to have some lemonade. they were thirsty too. So me, Penny, Joe, and Blue gave more blue dollars to Juliet, and we got more lemonade. We were all proud of Juliet, and Juliet was very happy because we really liked the lemonade. And Juliet said, "Hey, maybe I'll do this every day." "Every day?" she yelled. "Yes, and maybe I can start my own lemonade stand business, and it will be called Juliet's Famous Lemonade." Julia had enough. Julia had enough, and she can't take it anymore. "It's not fair!" Julia shouted. "I did all the work. I was the one who got the lemonade made. The lemonade, I made the sign, and even I made the stand. I always do the work. Juliet makes a mess. She makes mistakes, and she always has all the fun, and everyone expects me to do everything, and no one ever says thank you to me." Then Julia was very sad. She sat down and cried. "Oh, this is so sad," said Penny Corgor. "Gee, I didn't knew Julia could cry," I said. "Everybody can cry sometimes, especially if everyone forgets about them," said Joe. We all felt bad for Julia. Juliet felt the worst of all. She felt really bad for Julia. I have to show Juliet that I'm really sorry. I'll go. I got to the present store. I got to the present store and gave Julia an apology gift," she said. So Juliet went to the present store to buy Julia a gift. When Juliet got her present she came to Julia to give it to her. Julia looked at Juliet, and she was sniffling sadly, and Juliet said, "Hey, Julia, I'm sorry what I did to you to make you upset. So I got you something at the present store." So Juliet gave her present to Julia. Julia looked in the bag, and she saw a green cap with a little house, just like her house. Julia's frown turned into a smile. "Oh, Juliet," said Julia, "how wonderful! A green cap with a house just like mine. But you spent all of the blue dollars on me." Juliet smiled shyly. "That's okay," she said. "You did all of the work." Julia tried on the cap. Then she got, and it looked great on her. And Juliet hugged Julia. She said, "I'm sorry what I did today. Can you forgive me?" And Julia said, "Sure. After all, you're still my sister. And can you keep my company a little? And can you keep me company, little sister?" And she did. The end. Well, that was the end of this special story that Alexander Bex made, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Well, see you next time with more videos. Bye!